Gachagua was given 50 million for his violation of fundamental human rights. All these compensation that we have done, it is me, it is Vivian, it is Cyrus, it is Bramwell, it is you who will pay. Who is government? The citizens. But now the judges are saying, if you make a mistake as a Senate, you must pay. We are telling the police, if you misbehave with the fundamental human rights, you will get to pay directly. I know the people of Gachagua are watching Court Helicopter. Gachagua should now sue individual senators in their names. Leave what Senate? It is the institution called Senate that was given to pay 50 million shillings. Gachagua should now go for all the senators and for the Speaker, Jefferson Kingi, a senior advocate, for personal liability. Will he succeed? I think if Gachagua goes to sue individual senators for 100 million each, Gachagua will take a substantial money. Those who have been detained in police cells and released without being taken to court, you have a chance to recover compensation. We are looking at the final episode about violations of constitutional rights. A new crop is coming up from Court Helicopter. This weekend, we looked at Gachagua. Gachagua was given 50 million for his violation of fundamental human rights. Today, we are bringing a new angle. In the Gachagua matter, normally all compensation, it is the state, the Attorney General, who is supposed to pay compensation. The three judges, Justice Ogola, Justice Frida, Justice Murima, gave the order for Senate to pay that money. Listen to Ojienda, Senior Counsel, how he's saying.
But I'll tell you this, that since the petitioners will file an appeal, there will be many appeals, Senate and other parties will file a cross appeal because you can only file one appeal. Once an appeal is filed, then you file a cross appeal. So
they will challenge that decision to the Court of Appeal. Why? They don't have the money to pay. They're saying, let the Attorney General pay. Because it is the Attorney General who is supposed to be paid to pay. It is government. Who is government? The citizens. All these compensation that we have done, it is me, it is Vivian, it is Cyrus, it is Bramwell, it is you who will pay from the consolidated bank, consolidated account of the government. But now the judges are saying, if you make a mistake as a Senate, you must pay. I think the judges were a bit lenient. They could have said all the 67 senators plus the Speaker to be deducted from their salary. Because I know now they will be going to Parliament saying we have a court order to pay. Parliament allocate us money to pay Gachagua. Police officers arrest. Have you been arrested? On Friday, you stay in the cells. Then on Monday, the police tell you, go home. Have you ever been arrested? You stay in the police cell. On Friday night, you're coming from your bash. Then you are detained. Then Saturday morning, the OCS comes, releases you without being charged. 2, have you as an advocate, especially young advocates, Have you gone to look for your client at the police station? You find yourself locked inside. The OCS says that advocate, weka ye kwa cell. Very many advocates have been locked inside. Very many citizens have been locked by the police. Why? They have been found loitering. They have been found eating miraa. They have been found walking aimlessly. They are called vagabonds. Vivian, our crew, went to Ongata Rongai and went to Kajiado locals and found this case. This is the case. It is called, it is a serious matter. That is Constitutional Petition number 14 of 2017. This is a matter before Justice Nyakundi Robin when he was a judge at Kajiado. The judgment on 20th day of December 2018. What are the facts in this matter? The following people were arrested: Mohamed Faisal, John Mugwe Ngure, David Mungai Mburu, Lydia Mudeu, Kevin Mukai Angwenyi, Alex Makori Mogaka, Kevin Mbugwa, Justin Ryungu Mati, Kennedy Mbaru, Esau Kimani, John Gitonga, Eric Nyakundi, Charles, Karen Gitau, Kadhure, Shad, Jackson Gerald, Patrick Mutisia, John Ndarauka Kinywa, John Mare Warutere, Isaac Cherure, James Muturi Mutuku, Henry Kandie. These were people who were arrested and were locked at Orungatarungai police station. Their advocate, senior Wakili Stephen Nzaku, went there. He was to see them. He was also locked. So when these people were released, they sued. They were 20 petitioners. They sued the police officers in their names, just like the Senate has condemned me. They sued Henry Kandie, Chief Inspector of Police, as the OCS, Ongata Rongai Police Station. David Ndiema, an Inspector of Police, Deputy OCS, Ongata Rongai Police Station. They sued Eliud Njagi, a corporal. They sued, he was Zedekia Nyangoye, a police constable. Teresia Wanjue, a police constable. Simon Nashirumbi na Mshuruhui, police constable. Diana Kirui, police constable. And lastly, the National Police Service Commission and the Director of Public Prosecution. They were sued in their names. Remember, the National Police Service Commission was sued. The offense committed is not the National Police Service Commission that committed this offense. It is the police officers by their name and by their rank. The case proceeded. One, the Attorney General cannot represent them because they have been sued in their name. The case proceeded, and the judge came out with the following decision. Justice Nyakundi looked at the evidence and asked, I do not know how one can criminalize idleness. Gone are days when the marginalized, those are the poor guys in society, members of our society were bundled into police cells under these rubric of offenses, incapable of constituting any criminal elements. How do you get anybody that is idle to say is a crime? Nyakundi goes on to say, the majority of informal workers go about their juakali businesses or employment in the various industries where they work in shift, clocking many hours in those activities. At the end of it all, they all content, they walk to their respective homes. Everywhere, you're seeing them walking. The fact that they were found moving or standing or seated in or in an open area near a road or premise within Ongatarongai Township is no answer to the action taken by the arresting officer. Firstly, I will seek to examine whether the arrest and detention of the petitioner was done in accordance with the law. The judge is mad with the police for what they did. Lastly, the judge moves on to say, in the instant petition, the police unlawfully arrested and cumulatively detained these people from 9 p.m. being bundled into a police vehicle, a police Land Rover, which has no capacity to handle 19 passengers, was an act of human indignity. 19 people. These are arrested people in a police Land Rover. There were around 6 police officers inside the Land Rover. Can you imagine? Will these prisoners not suffocate? Have you seen how those police Land Rovers run around during maandamano carrying prisoners arrested? The judge could not understand. The treatment accorded to the petitioners with effect from 9 p.m. until they are released the following day without charge was an emotional and psychotraumatic experience which will be a dark stain in their personal life. The judge compared other cases. In the case of Daniel Waweli Njoroge, who was arrested, he was awarded 100,000 shillings. In an advocate's case, advocate Advocate Akusala, who had gone to release his advocates, he was arrested and locked inside. He was awarded 100,000 shillings. The judge went ahead to say, what did the judge say? The 1st to the 19th petitioners are awarded Kenya shillings 100,000 general damages, together with a similar amount to cater for exemplary damages. So all the 19 were awarded Kenya shillings 200,000. The 20 petitioner, who is an advocate, Stephen Nzaku, a counsel, a senior member of the bar, was given a global sum of Kenya shillings 3 million for both general and aggravated damages. This money was supposed to be paid by the police officers from their pockets. The 8 police officers are to pay this money. What are the lessons? We are telling the police, if you misbehave with the fundamental human rights, you will get to pay directly. I know the people of Gachagua watching Court Helicopter. Gachagua should now sue individual senators in their names. Leave what Senate? It is the institution called Senate that was given to pay 50 million shillings. Gachagua should now go for all the senators and for the speaker, Jefferson Kingi, a senior advocate, for personal liability. Will he succeed? I think if Gachagua goes to sue individual senators for 100 million each, Gachagua will take a substantial money. If he gets, the senators are 67, plus the speaker, those are 68, times 100 million each, Gachagua will be working with 670 million from the Senate. The president has been set. Wakili Dan Sanomari, what are the lessons? 1, police officers, don't misuse your powers. Now you'll be sued in your name. Two, those who have been detained in police cells and released without being taken to court, you have a chance to recover compensation. Wakili Dan Sanumari, a pleasure. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.